Okay, this is a happy video about this pelican. He commandeered this little boat. It's a shore boat that was used to go from the mooring to the island. This is Catalina Island. These two sailors went there for the weekend, and they had this little pelican commandeer their boat. This was filmed on a Betamax over 20 years ago, so there's going to be some little glitches in the video. Betamaxes ran the tape, and when the tapes get old, they get a little weird. So anyway, keep watching. There's a lot of bonding that goes on. The little pelican even looks like he's talking to these guys sometimes. And there's some things that these sailors do that make this pelican's life better, and it even looks like the pelican himself decides that he likes it and that he enjoys these guys. So here we go. I'm going to switch it over to the live video right about now. As you can see, the pelican, he looks a little hungry, I think. So my buddy here is running down into the cabin to get some anchovies. And he's going to bring them out here in a minute, and the pelican's interested in them. That's Catalina Island in the background. You might be able to see it there here in a second. More anchovies, please. This couple in the background, they see this going on and they think this is pretty cool. So they're going to come on over here and take a closer look. So he's just sitting there. Now about this time my buddy sees a big old hook inside of his bill. And he's going to reach in there and he's going to grab the hook, and he shows it to the pelican, and the pelican goes, "Hey man, that's really cool." He looks at him and says, "Thanks, buddy." So then now my buddy's going to pet him on his neck, and this guy's going, whoa, this is too good. This is too good. Oh man, this is so good I can barely take it. Yep. So he retreats to the back of the boat. He'll come back. He retreats to the back of the boat, and then he comes back. This will go on several times, and they'll have several more of these types of little bonding issues here. So just keep on watching. By the way, I named this guy Captain Can. Any pelican that has his own boat has got to be a captain, so I named him Captain Can. My buddy here zooms in with the camera. He's a real photographer. Captain Can here inspired me to write a book, by the way. I wrote a children's book called Seabirds and Sea Stories. It features a pelican who I named Captain Can. At the end of this video, I'll give a little presentation on my book. It's about a 10-year-old boy who lives in Phoenix, Arizona, who reads a book that his grandmother gave him about pelicans, or seagulls actually. It was about seagulls, and he was very interested in seagulls. So the boy's dad dropped him off over at the coast when he went to a business meeting the next month, and the boy spent the day down in a harbor where he met a sailor, and they spent the day together, and it turns out the sailor did not like seagulls at all. So we have this little boy who's very interested in seagulls, and this old sailor who doesn't like seagulls. They spend the day together, and the dynamics is very interesting, and that's what the book is all about. It's called Seabirds and Sea Stories, and the sailor is gives the boys some lessons and some insights on what the seabirds do and some of the stories that you're going to hear from these other old sailors when you hang around the harbor. And so it's kind of an interesting book. And I'll preview it at the end here. But right now they're just having a good time with this little pelican. He's just hanging around, doesn't want to leave. We're going to do some of this petting action again. We're going to have another encounter with a fish hook coming up here. Look at it. That little pelican, he just feels like this guy is his buddy. Hey buddy, how you doing? He's very comfortable with these sailors. Oh, okay, there's the other fish hook. Oh, they got it. They got the fish hook. And he's back to talk. Yeah. Oh, there he went. Don't worry, he'll be back. So we got a fish hook out of the bill and a fish hook out of the wing. And he says, "How you doing, buddies?" And now he's back in his boat. And they're heading home from the isthmus. That was a flash of the isthmus back there. Like I say, this was the isthmus is at Catalina Island, and these guys were just heading home. And he decided he was going to go from Catalina all the way to Marina del Rey, riding in this little boat. Now that is, of course, they don't crash or anything because they're not paying attention to where they're going. They're sitting here looking at this pelican. I sure hope there's nothing in front of them like another boat or a big rock or anything. But that's the isthmus back there. That's a nice little view of the isthmus at Catalina Island. Yep. Okay, Captain Can, you're cool. Watch out for the rock. What rock? Oh, no. There's the rock. There's the other boat. And that's the way the video ended. Okay, so that's the way the raw footage that they gave me ended. But I can assure you, they did not crash into any rock. And little Captain Can here went for a ride because they were headed home to Marina del Rey. The good news is that it appeared like maybe the bird couldn't fly, but he could fly. They got about 3 miles away from the island, and he decided he was too far away from home, and he just took off and flew back to the island. Okay, so now, thanks for watching the video. I'd like to tell you a little bit about Captain Can or in his book, and here we go with the book. You might have to go to a full screen to read the cover. This is the cover. And I'm just going to be quiet here and give you some time to read it. And then I'll come back and give a little brief insight into my thoughts on it. So basically, 11 years old, Tommy from Tucson. I said Phoenix earlier. He's from Tucson. And he goes down to the harbor. His dad takes him there because he's very interested in seagulls. And he meets the old sailor who does not like seagulls at all. And they spend the day together, and the whole dynamic is how these two guys get along. And it's pretty interesting. Should be having it up on eBay pretty soon. You can go there and look for it. Should be, by the time I get this video, only a couple days later, I'll put it up there. But then also you can buy it directly from me. You just send me an email, and I'll do a PayPal invoice, and PayPal's safe and secure. And they have, policies in case it gets lost. And I could just send you a PayPal invoice or look for it on eBay. It's pretty cool. I was a printer. I was in the printing business for many years, and I printed this book myself. And there's some color pictures. There's one there. That's the classic pelican doing the kamikaze dive to eat, and or to get food. They dive on balls of bait fish. And I have another picture here there it is. That's something that seagulls do, and they steal people's lunches. So that gives you a little heads up about what you're going to see there. There are color pictures. And once again, thanks for watching. Send an email if you have any questions. My email address is available on my YouTube channel on the About tab.